Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and I'm welcome you to my review of The Story of Us. I am watching this off the 4-movie marathon romantic comedy collection. This has The Perfect Man, Head Over Heels, Wimbledon, and The Story of Us. And The Story of Us being the movie I watched tonight. So, Story of Us was released in 1999. I'll read who's all in this. This has Bruce Willis, Michelle Pfeiffer. The movie also features, hopefully I remember the cast. We have Rita Wilson. We have Betty White in a small role. Tom Poston, Red Buttons. Rob Reiner, who directed the movie, also appears in the movie. We also have, can't really think of the whole cast right now. I don't even know where my phone's at. No. So those are the stars in the movie. So the movie, like I said, the movie is directed by Rob Reiner, and I thought with the passing of Rob Reiner, this would be a perfect time to cover a movie he directed. So what did I think of this movie? Oh boy, this was an interesting watch. Let's talk about Story of Us. Now, there's no plot on the back since this is a multi-pack, so I'm just going to kind of run it out, and I'll try to read the plot the best I can. So, Ben and Katie Jordan, that's Willis and Michelle Pfeiffer, they play a married couple who are not, they don't love each other. They think they love each other, then they don't love each other. They think they love each other, then they don't love each other. Then you also have, Julie Haggerty is in this movie as well. That's who else is in this. And I think that's all I know about the cast. So, basically, Willis plays Ben Jordan, as I said. He's an author. Paul Reiser's in this as well. He plays his agent. So, it focused mostly on that. And that's the problem I have with this movie. You also have Rita Wilson and Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner plays Stan, who's Willis's buddy. So basically, he gives him advice, kind of sort of like a marriage counsel, but not really. See, here's the thing about this is a movie that they love each other. They have to pretend to love each other in front of their kids. Then at times, they argue with each other. It starts out in the film sort of like a documentary style movie where it shows them being interviewed, and it goes off like that. Then they start arguing with each other. Then they start liking each other. Then they start loving each other. Tim Medicine's in this movie as well. He plays another cook that Pfeiffer's character meets, and then she gets interested in cooking. So it goes sort of this parallel to which side do we do? Do we go on do we stay together? Do we keep the marriage together this side, or do we break up on that side? And for hours and hours, they just argue. And I'm sitting there like that. I'm like, I really, really want... Here's the thing. Michelle Pfeiffer, Bruce Willis, we like these people. They make them the most unlikable couple ever in any movie. Roger Ebert once said in his review Story of Us in an episode of Roger Ebert in the Movies, we like these people. Just let them break up. And I'm sitting there arguing. And he had guest critic I forget who. I forget the other guest critic. I can't think of her name. But she literally said that, the whole movie is them bickering, arguing. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see that. My parents argue, I leave. You just want to wish these people leave. That's what Ebert said about this movie. And I kind of sort of agree with that, The only actor I could say in this movie that was good was Paul Reiser as the author. Rob Reiner was surprisingly good in this movie, but the problem was he wasn't given the right script. There's also times where they go to Venice to kind of get away. Then they meet this happy-go-lucky couple, and then they don't like them. As soon as they get back from Venice, they go back in the house, and they still continue to argue. This is reminding me a lot of that Diane Keaton, Mandy Moore movie I covered on the channel, where it's just that movie was totally ranting. This is more like bicker and arguing the movie. I read on Letterboxd that this is sort of like a poor man's marriage story. Now, I don't know if that's true. Also, there's another scene in the movie, as I said, Betty White and Tom Poston appear. They're sort of like this imaginary couple. So, Ben and Kate are in bed and they're talking. So the two of them are having a conversation. We get Betty White over there giving advice to Willis. We got Tom Poston's character giving advice to Pfeiffer's character. And that seems to come out of place. And I just was scratching my head saying, why? The kids go off to camp. And then all of a sudden Willis starts doing the fake crying. He starts doing the Jimmy Swagger school of crying. I don't understand that. I just do not get this movie. I just don't understand why we had to sit through an hour and 36 minutes of them arguing. I wanted the movie where it was like sort of like they were trying to be like Harry Met Sally. But at the times, I felt like when Willis's character went into rant phase, I felt like he was just basically being his Die Hard character, John McCain. I think that's his character's name. I just felt like I just only was shouting on the screen, just shout yippee-ki-yay. There's a scene where Rita Wilson's character gives advice to Kate, telling them all that, and then they're just doing like really cringeworthy discussing things, and she's not liking that. Then Reiner and Reiser, they're giving Willis advice, and he's talking about how he gets to Stan tells Ben to, well, look at my ass and think about that. Just keep looking at that and just think about that for a moment. Why? Why do we need that kind of stuff? Oh. I don't know what excuse language, guys, but I don't know what the hell I was watching. I like Michelle Pfeiffer, I like Bruce Willis, I like this cast. There is a couple positives in this movie I can give. When they're in Venice, it's just gorgeous. It's very beautiful. The conversation where they're talking and saying that Kate's telling Ben, honey, you don't have to say Italian ice when we're in Italy. You could just say ice. And they got it, basically. So the dinner table conversation with that couple, but it's near out of place. Them dance and have a good time. I thought, okay, maybe they calm down. No, as I said before, they go back and continue to argue. I called the ending within the third of the film. I called that ending. I called it. And that's not a good sign when you have to call this. And another positive is the Eric Clapton score is just really good. There's a song in the movie I do like, and I've listened to that song audio only before I even knew about this movie, and it's a wonderful song. But Eric Clapton does the score, so if you hear like the guitar twanging, that's Eric Clapton. It's also, the score is actually done by Mark Shaman. Alan Ziba and Jerry Nelson wrote this movie, so I don't know. This is just a bad romantic comedy, and I think that's all I'm going to say about this movie. See, I had more to talk about this movie because I had to vent my anger with this movie, and at the end of the day, no, Story of Us is just a bad watch. It's such a shame because these two are great. Michelle Pfeiffer and Bruce Willis do have some chemistry, but not enough for me to say This is like Oscar tier. This is like going back to like When Harry Met Sally, but unfortunately it's not near as close as that classic. At the end of the day, I know it's early in the year, but this movie is officially qualified as one of the worst movies of the year. It's just too bad that it's just with performances that just seem phoned in. Reiser was good, but he's barely in the movie. Tim Medicine's in it. He's barely in the movie. Julia Haggerty's only like in the one scene in the movie. A cast ruined by a movie. You got a great cast ruined by a faulty script and paper-thin characters that we don't even care about. We don't even like these two. Get them to play likable characters, not unlikable characters. And I just really want to just, oh my gosh, will you two just shut up? Whew. Wow, was this a painful watch from start to finish. And the ending didn't resolve anything. The ending. The camp scenes are pretty good, but in the end, it's just a faulty, bad movie. So let's go ahead and rate it right now. I'm going to go ahead and give The Story of Us, you obviously know what this is going to be, a 2 out of 5. This is horrible. This is not a good movie. This is just really bad. I really just wanted to shut the movie off because it also felt kind of boring. I didn't laugh at anything. I didn't find anything funny about this. It was just more bickering and arguing, similar to the Diane Keaton and Mandy Moore movie, and I think that movie was tame compared to this. I don't know which is the worst. I don't know because Willis worked with Reiner on the movie called North from 1994. I don't know if North is worse than this, but I will say this, at least he's not in a bunny suit. I will easily say that, though. But I will tell you one thing. There is a Bruce Willis butt shot in the movie, so I just want to let you guys know that. I was thinking, oh great, we're gonna see him fully nude. You just see his butt hang out. So we go from him in a rabbit costume to showing his butt in the film. So yeah, Story of Us is just a miserable watch from start to finish. I really wanted to like it. At the end of the day, I just did not care about this movie. So, yeah, I'm sorry guys, we're off to a pretty bad start right now. But mind you, we'll get to a good movie eventually, guys. I can't believe 2 movies. We watched the last Monday's review was Megamind, which was just fine. This is just a bad watch. And like I said, this might qualify on the worst list. But just avoid The Story of Us. So that's our review of The Story of Us. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content of the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell to get all my video notifications so you don't miss a single video on my channel. I'm also on Letterboxd, guys, so you can check all my stuff there. I rate the movies before I review them. So if you like that, you can head over there. Like I said, I got tons of videos from Universal Videos to Vlog City to collection updates. Tons of stuff on the channel. So just keep subscribing to the channel so you don't miss all that content. So, yep, that's it. And as always, keep watching those Universal movies.